AP, my man, thank you so much for doing this. There's a little present from Alcavi for your office.
Dude.
Hope you like it.
I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Yeah, this is sick.
Nice.
That is awesome, man.
Sure.
That'll look good on the wall, man.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Ridecast. It's been a while and today we got none other than AP, the cowboy himself, Aaron Plessinger. Man, what a guy, what an athlete, what a human being. I'm a big fan of AP, I think everyone is. Besides all of his accolades, besides all of his championships, his race wins, I think what makes AP unique is when he takes the helmet off and when he's off the bike. So yeah, cannot wait for this one. Excited, hope you guys like it. We got AP on Ridecast, dude. Thank you for doing this, man. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Dude, lots to talk about, but yeah, man, how you been?
Yeah, I've been pretty good. Honestly, it's been so weird. Like, I haven't got this much time off in like 5 years. So just chilling, just relaxing. It's been really, really nice. And actually these last like month and a half have been almost more busy than race weeks. It's like I've been
Family stuff?
Yeah, just traveling, seeing family, my wife's side, my side of the family. I just got back from Ohio yesterday. And yeah, and then I leave tomorrow for a bachelor party. So it's been quite a interesting month so far, but it's fun.
Re-energized?
Yeah, dude. I feel the last couple of weeks I've been getting antsy, just like
Getting
random spurts of energy and this and that. But now I feel way better, and we're definitely recovered.
That's awesome, AP. Now, throughout your years and your career, like when was like the first year you went pro, and like ever since then it's been pretty much nonstop. So for you to say like, okay, I'm trying to feel like a normal human being for a reason, which obviously you're not. But I think athletes in general just need that time off to like recover. But
Yep.
What was it? Was it 16 or 17 your first time pro?
I think 2015 was my rookie year, and before that,
So it's been 10 years of pretty much this nonstop.
pretty much nonstop. Yeah.
In well, now 4 years in the 450s.
Yep.
And I think everyone can relate to you, like where you see like the guys on the top, they're freaks, obviously, right? They're
Yeah.
young.
Yeah.
And I think why so many people can connect with you, it's because you're one of us, right? You're normal. It's
Yeah.
like,
Try to be at least.
but meaning of like the work that you have to do and the work that you put in, like it is not being given easily for you. And it seems like you, throughout the years in your 450 career, you started off with injuries to where now like you're one of the top dogs, but it does come with a price.
Yeah.
And it seems like the price was, you're paying the price now a little bit, but do you feel now this is like stage 2 or like chapter number 2 of your 450 career?
Yeah, I do. And like, yeah, the first couple years, like the first 2 years of my 450 career was super. It was just not like what I expected and what I wanted to do. And then in 21, I had, a couple breakout races, got my first podium in the 450 class, but still just like little things here and there just kept me out of, contention for really anything. And then, yeah, another, slow start for a couple years. And then, yeah, like I've always been right there, but never really like battling for, the top spot, unless, obviously this is a mud race or whatever. So this year kind of it was like a breakout year when I started outdoors. And I was just stoked that
You're the top guy, dude.
yeah, that I could be up there and not, you know, fade back or do whatever. And that's what made me so mad when I got sick in the middle of the summer. I was just like, man, I was doing so good, and that was the best I felt. And then, you know, it happened. But
You get a taste of it.
yeah, I got a taste of it, and dude, my confidence grew so much. And I think my bike, like the on-bike skill, it raised, you know, it got raised quite a bit. And you know, I'm excited for next year and getting through, you know, boot camp this year, and really making a push for a championship, man. I really want it. And
So it's a good sign that you're excited for boot camp.
yes.
Because if we got to call Malcolm and see if he's excited for boot camp.
Yeah, the other two.
But
We'll see.
so you talk about AP on your 450 earlier career, some injuries here and there, and not being able to finish the season. Then you swap, you go to KTM. That's when you start with El Jefe, Alden. How's that been for you in your career? Because it seems like it's been a stepping stone every time.
Yeah, it's honestly been awesome. You know, me and Aldon, we've gotten along pretty much since the first day. And I was a little scared coming to the factory. I thought he was gonna make me cut my hair, but after all said and done, he didn't make me cut my hair. He alludes to it, you know. He'll joke about the places to get a haircut, but no, it's been awesome, and it's grown into a great friendship, a great, you know, mentorship. And yeah, he's taken me places that I've never been before. So yeah, it's been great. Not to mention all the people that I've gotten to ride with, that I've gotten to train with. Yeah, it's just been a really awesome experience. And you know, hopefully I can finish my career out here, because you know, at this point I wouldn't want to change anything. You know, I've been doing so good, and really consistent, and everything's been great. Plus we have great tracks and great bicycles, and just great people to work with. So yeah, it's been awesome. I don't plan on changing anything, and hopefully yeah, like I said, we can go into this next year and just freaking
Flow is there and the energy is there, and
clean sweep, you know.
Yes, no, we'll feel you, AP. And we were myself and, you know, everyone out there was like, you know, AP, like, obviously you were dealing with something, and I feel throughout my racing career, BMX racing careers, like I kind of will feel that burnout, even though I'll race once every 4 years. But picture of like the Olympics on BMX will be like something like you're getting ready for A1. A1 happens once every 4 years, and you only have one lap to do it.
Yeah.
Like you can imagine the stress levels of like, all right, you show up to A1, you got one lap, and then if you screw up, you have another 4 years.
4 years to try to make it back. Yeah.
So the stress levels and what it comes with racing and whatnot. Now, AP, like, are you aware of the fan love that you get, and the people that really get behind your bike? I remember, like, Detroit 2023.
Yeah.
Like, that could be in a movie, you know, like that could be and we see you through the good, the bad. Maybe it's gonna sound dumb, but are you grateful for it? Did you ever imagine like to be like this, like in as you as a racer, as a person?
I really never pictured it. No, Like it still surprises me each day how so many people can like me. And no, it's like showing more and more each year, and I definitely recognize it, man. It's awesome. And the best is when you know, I have these kids coming up to me and they're like, dude, we only came to see you. We only came to see you. We don't want to see anybody else. And
Your kids are like,
yeah.
Dad,
Like,
what's going on?
yeah, like that. I think they're starting to get, you know, acquainted to it now, and they know what's going on. And like my nephew this weekend, he was around and I was signing autographs, and he came up and he was like, hey, can you sign my arm? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I don't know what your mom's gonna think about it, but yeah, dude, give it here. But no, it's just really, really cool to see like the people resonate with me, and I feel like they can just, I don't know, I feel like for some odd reason they can I guess relate to me in a way. And it's so cool to say that, because you know, when I was young growing up and I could, you know, relate to anybody that was pro.
Who was your guy besides obviously your dad?
Yeah, I mean, Pastrana, man.
Oh yeah,
Pastrana was
Cowboy
my yeah, Cowboy Kenny. He was my mom's favorite. But whenever Nitro Circus came out, like, just all of those guys, man, like, they were regular dudes. And I'm, you know, every one of us is a regular dude, but their personalities, they came out when they were under pressure or under fire, or just, they just didn't change, you know? Like, my personality is the same on, you know, Tuesday as it is on Saturday. And I feel like a lot of people can just kind of relate to me a little bit more, because I don't get so locked in, and I'm not so just like, I'm focused on everything, not just racing. And I just can't turn the nice guy off. You know, it's and I think people like that.
And do you think, AP, that's something that you learned throughout the years, or did you have an experience as a kid that made you go that way, or was your dad like that, or just happens naturally?
Yeah, I think I learned it a little bit from both of my parents. My mom, she's, you know, she's the nice one. And she's like the, you know, never forgets to say thank you, and just smiles all the time, and this and just a really, really good human being. And so is my dad, but my dad's more, you know, like determined and focused. Like whenever he would race, everybody says he would either win or die trying.
Nice.
And yeah, he was just like the, you know, the more kind of intimidating, focused, determined, you know, go out and get it done.
Mix of a perfect combination of
Yeah.
good and evil.
Yeah. And yeah, they both taught me pretty much everything I know about being a good human. And then too, like, why I try to spend so much time with the fans is the way I see it is, you know, they're spending their hard-earned money, and they're coming to see us, and who knows, that might be the only time, like, ever that they get to see us. You know, who knows, that they could be there the next weekend, but for somebody, it's the only time they're going to get to see us that whole year. So,
Or maybe ever.
yeah, or maybe ever. And so that's why I try to spend like a lot of time, and I try to see everybody that I can see, and, you know, just to try to make somebody's day, you know?
That's awesome.
And that's the way I see it. And I feel like that keeps me humble, and just wanting to, you know, give the people what they came to see.
which, I mean, you're doing that AP. You can tell, like, probably you don't hear it while you're racing, but you know, the stadium goes wild for you, not to mention if you're fighting for a win. So what's motivating you nowadays, AP? I mean, you've collected the championship, the wins, your family, your fan base. I mean, you probably have more than what you dreamed of, maybe.
Oh yeah.
But what motivates you nowadays? Like, what's the motivating factor for 2025? And say, okay, you reached like that top 3 level speed, top guy. It only gets harder from there. And but what's the, besides obviously a championship or a win, what's the motivating factor for you?
My family first, you know. I want them to be proud of me and all that I've accomplished, and then, you know, I've accomplished a few things that I've always wanted to, but if I can go out and make that, you know, that list longer and, you know, get more things done on that list, I think, you know, it'll be easier to take the retirement and then not, you know, think back. But no, man, I like having fun, and I like, you know, after the races, you know, say we're doing a Supercross or an outdoors, when I get done and I can say, you know, I stood up on the podium, or I won, or I did this, you know, that feeling, not even like at the race, just like when I get back to the hotel or back to the camper and I'm laying down and I'm just thinking like, damn, that was a good day. That was a good day. And what can I do to make that every time? And I haven't figured that out yet. So that kind of, I don't know, fulfillment is what I'm trying to chase. And yeah, it's just cool to see when I come back to the trailer or whatever. You know, my kids are there. My son always keeps me pretty humble. And even if I get on the podium or whatever, if I didn't win, Dad, you didn't win. Why didn't you win? Why didn't you pass this guy? and it's just funny to see. And like, you know, I'm sure I did the same to my dad, but no, it's just fun, man. I'm having so much fun at this point in my career, and yeah, I just want to keep it going as long as I can.
Dude, we cannot wait for it. We cannot wait for it. Dude, talk about inspiring stories. What about Dino this weekend? Man, I mean, our hearts and prayers go for them, but what a guy, dude.
Yeah, to do what he just did, and, you know, to have that happen so abruptly, that was tough. And just to see him get that done in that weekend, that's super special. And I mean, that's probably one he'll never forget, for sure.
Unbelievable. Like I said, our hearts and prayers for him. And
yep.
What a warrior, what the guy's been through, and especially now, I mean, it'll be remembered forever. But
yeah, man.
But yeah, AP, how can you explain to me a little bit of the NASCAR deal situation that you were going through? Like, I saw a car with your face in it.
Oh yeah, dude. So that was a kid. His name's Gavin Boschel, and his agent. We know each other. He reached out to me, and there was a race up in Toledo, Ohio.
That nearby where you're from?
It's a couple hours away from where I'm from, but he thought, you know, the race was in Ohio. You know, I like cars. I like race cars, and he thought it'd be a cool opportunity for me, which I'm so glad he did, because that turned out so cool. And I knew exactly what I was gonna do when he hit me up, and he said, "Hey, you can wrap the car, whatever."
You're going with your face.
Yeah. I hit my guy up, Brandon Goddard, BG Creations, and I said, "Hey, man, I got a question for you. Would you wanna make a car wrap?" And he did. He was excited, as was I. But you know, when he did the rap, man, I couldn't believe how cool it came out. And they actually made
the coolest NASCAR race you've watched. Like, hey, it's my face. You my face.
Yeah, literally. It was so it wasn't NASCAR, it was
or the
yeah, it was
Cup
like
Series or
they call it the ASA Stars National Tour.
so it'll be
So
like
it's one,
it'll be like the futures
yeah,
of,
pretty much.
if you can.
Yeah. And so yeah, he did that, and you know, he got a little scratched up, but hey, I told Gavin, I said, as long as you gave it 100% and we were out there and we were the best ones, the best looking ones out there.
Which you were, dude. Probably
That's
the
cool
first
with
time
me.
ever that there's somebody's face in the front bumper. How was it like being on Dale's Jr. podcast and meeting him? And
That was cool. That was insane, because I didn't meet him before.
oh no,
And he was in shooting as I walked in, and that
so
was
we're straight to it.
yeah, and there was no way I could be speechless, right? I was just like, I had to talk, and that was really, really cool, and man, we got to talking, and I was wearing a gray shirt, and by the time I walked out of there, the back of it was freaking soaking wet. I was so nervous and just
on 4.
yeah, literally. And like halfway through, I was like, I had to remind myself, like, I was actually there. I was like, dude, you're talking to him, he's talking to you, you're not watching the show. And yeah, it was a really, really cool experience, and I made some awesome connections through that. And you know, so many people throughout the paddock and wherever we go, a lot of them say, you know, hey, I saw you on Dale Jr.'s, and that was really, really cool, you did an awesome job. And I was like, thanks, dude, because if you knew how nervous I was.
What a moment. And that's so cool for him to acknowledge what you've done to him and his dad, and the legacy that you've brought it up to the motor world. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember Daytona this year. I mean, yeah, it was.
Yeah, I wore that shirt.
Yeah.
That shirt. But no, it's cool, and I've always liked NASCAR. You know, my dad's always watched it with me growing up, and I'm, you know, I'm still with it, and I've got a couple buddies in there now, and I've met some awesome people in that industry too, and you know, who knows? Like,
Would you be a NASCAR driver if you're
I
not
would,
riding
if I got the
15
opportunity, dude, I would freaking jump on that right now.
That'll be cool with the hair in the back.
Dude, yeah, we'd really have to go all out on that one. But I'm actually coming up November 14th. I'm doing a little car race in Bradenton, Florida.
Oh,
so
hey.
yeah, dude.
This might be out in like 2 weeks.
Hey,
So
that
this will
might be
the week
right.
off.
Yeah, that might be right when it
Dude.
comes out.
What? Can you tell us a little
So
bit more?
yeah, it's so you ever heard of Cletus McFarland? He's a big YouTube guy, does a lot of
Sure.
car stuff,
Okay.
and
I'm gonna check it out right now.
yeah, so he puts on a couple races a year, and one's called Les Mullets.
Le Mans.
Yeah, it's called Les Mullets. So it's almost a perfect fit. It's a team race. I'm hoping I'll have my buddy. Noah Gragson, who races the Cup Series.
Yep.
He'll
Is it
be my
team
teammate.
format?
Yes, it's a team format. And I don't know, they still have to give me the directions on it, and I'll have to figure it out. But no, yeah, hopefully we can go there and
Show the boys what's up. Now, how
yeah,
are you training for it?
yeah, I mean, you see it. Nah, yeah, I mean, I've been on a car simulator a couple times, and that's really, really fun. And yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. We're racing some cool cars, and they said we could do the graphics up for them. And most people, I saw last year, most people just showed up with spray paint and
no.
covered them. But it should be a 2.5 hour race, and yeah, I don't know how it's gonna go, but
who knows, dude? What if you're like this freak machine and you beat them all, and like we don't see you on A1 no more? AP's going 4-wheel racing.
If that's the case, then so be it. But
what about the moto fans we talked about, dude? They'll be waiting for you.
I'd have to show up. I'd have to at least do this year out, and then we'll.
I'm joking.
But no, it'll be a good time. It'll be fun, and it's a lot of like content creators are gonna be there.
Nice.
And I think Pastrana's gonna be there, so maybe I can just
like
rub some paint with him, boy.
Have you tell him like, hey, dude, like he used to look up to you when you were, yeah?
Yeah. I've actually met him a couple times, and he's the nicest dude. He's so cool, and man, the doors he's opened for so many people and for our industry alone, it's crazy. And to see that he's still going and still doing stuff, and with all the injuries and everything he's had, you know, he's the definition of fearless, but the nicest human being possible, man. He's just an awesome dude, and that's, I mean, I still look up to him. He's really, really cool. He's awesome. He's fun.
So were you watching, did you start watching him of like when he was racing, or more the freestyle years?
Yeah, a little bit of racing.
Cause you're from 95?
96.
96?
Yeah. So I did watch a little bit of his racing. But it was wild because I didn't really watch racing growing up. I kind of just did it, and I didn't really watch too much TV growing up.
How was that like a normal childhood day for you?
Wake up, go outside before school, play until the bus got there, go to school, come back, and play outside until freaking dark time. Yeah.
Dirt bikes or just
anything.
play in general?
Yeah, bicycles, dirt bikes. We'd jump on the, we'd have this thing, because my grandma, my dad's mom, and us used to live, or we were neighbors. So we had a pretty big kind of area to play in, and we'd get up on the roof of my grandpa's office, and we'd walk around up there. My grandma had a pool. We'd go swimming. You know, we had a big garage, basketball hoop, and then you know, a little playground in the backyard. And hey, it was just a good time. And then we started buying golf carts. Our first golf cart we blew up because we tried to mod it out. Not really mod it out, just block the governor. But yeah, it was just
you should have like everything that you like own now, it should have like a face and like your logo, you know, like the super tricked out golf cart with your face in
Dude.
front, like your Tesla truck.
Yeah. I need to do that. I need to do that because.
So like you mentioned, and have you met Kenny? I used to watch him when I was a kid. I only spoke Spanish back then, didn't know any English, so the names, how I thought they were, it was like a complete translation. I'm like, Kenny, like, yeah. But dude, the guy used to wear this, I don't know the brand, I think maybe Arai, the helmet.
Arai, yes. Yeah. And you could they had two bolts right here. You could loosen them up, and you could literally tilt it down. My dad had those helmets.
Oh yeah?
Too, yeah.
So it was provision, like you're not able to like take it out.
Oh, you could if you wanted to, but they didn't really recommend that, because that was like, I mean, that helmets back in the day, they just had, you know, ear coverage, no mouth coverage. And then they started making the mouth guard and everything, and then, you know, the full face.
So that was the transition of the mask guard
Yeah.
to full face.
Yeah. And Arai kept it around for a long time.
Dude, he rocked it forever.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, he definitely rocked it. And then I actually met him for the first time last year in Arcadia for an arena cross. And he's one of the nicest dudes too. Like, he came with just a couple buddies, and I was just up there hanging out, and Kenny walked up and he was like, dude, nice to finally meet you. And I was like, dang, this is crazy.
Isn't that how life works? Like Cowboy Kenny on a KTM. Now kids 20 years from now will be like AP on a KTM. That's really cool.
Dude, yeah, it's wild. And just like instances like that, like are wild. And like, I just look at that and be like, I can't believe like I'm in this position to have, you know, these kind of people even know who I am, much less like me.
Probably,
you know?
Probably big fans of yours too.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
That's awesome, AP. No, man. When does boot camp start?
So I'm starting to slowly work back into like cardio training and stuff. And then October, close to October, shoot.
It's the last week of
The last week of October, I'm gonna try to ride at least twice. And then we go to California the first week of November, which is supposed to be the start of boot camp. So everything will probably start to ramp up November 1. And then, yeah, dude, we're in it to win it. We'll bring out our, you know,
guns blazing.
Our 30-pound weighted vest.
Hell yeah.
Walk around.
Dude, I was expecting you with the beard on. Dude, I watched that picture yesterday and like, I was like, dude.
Yeah, dude, I had the beard growing for about a month and a half. We got pretty grizzly. But yeah, I haven't had a beard like that in like friggin' 5 years. So decided I'd grow it out, try it out for a month or two and just see. But I got kind of bored with it. I like shaving it in, seeing the mustache. And you always look, it's always funny when you have a beard that long, because you can't really tell how long your mustache is. And then when you shave it, you're like,
it's glowing.
we need a trim.
It's glowing.
But no, it's hard to keep all the food and drinks out of your beard when that stuff gets that long, man.
Hey, you probably had some beer foam.
Oh yeah, dude. We had a bunch of foam. We've had, you know, hot dog bun or two get stuck up in there. You got to carry your handkerchief around.
Awesome,
to keep it cleaned out.
Awesome. Nah, like I said before, AP, thank you so much for doing this, man. Yeah, we all gonna be cheering for you. 2026 is gonna be great, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys having me on here. It's been fun, and yeah, hopefully we can do this again soon, man.
Awesome. Thank you, AP.
Yes, sir. Peace.